Hi everyone, I'm Jemaku and welcome to the review of Downer, the second and last record by the band Downer. Today we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the album, so I had to go back and see if it still holds up or not. My story with Downer's music is quite simple. Back when I was 4 years old, back in 2001, I found their song Speed Freak on one of my sister's cassette tapes. She had some sort of compilation on it with every song by a different artist, and this track made a big impression on me, so I've always remembered the name of the band and the title of the song. Years later, when I finally got the internet, I've searched for this record and listened through it. The lineup here is Jay Scott on the vocals and lyrics, Aaron Silberman on the guitars, Tracy Sledge on the drums, and Jed Hadaway on the bass. The production is handled by Bob Marlett and it's tight, it's clean but heavy, no hassle, no clipping, just the way I like it. It has a raw energy to it. Message is diverse, the songs are about personal struggles, society, politics, depression, religion, suicide, addictions, not wanting to let down your loved ones, also some relationship issues thrown in as well. I urge you to read the lyrics by yourself because they are quite interesting. When it comes to the structure of the songs, it's basic, standard intro, verse because bridge, chorus, outro. Music-wise, this record is a mix between nu metal, alternative rock and grunge. You can feel that musically they've been inspired by Nirvana, Helmet, Tool and Korn. Now let's talk about the musicianship. Let's start with the band's drummer. His playing is tight, I love his grooves, the style, the position of his playing, the tempo changes, all of that. Next, when it comes to the bass work, it's audible. The bassist mostly follows the guitars, but we have lots of moments here and there where he deviates from that stuff, and that's the most interesting parts of his playing. When it comes to the guitar riffs, I feel that the band's guitarist is actually the main hero of this band. He mixes those crunchier, groovier riffs with more melodic ones, some atmospheric ones thrown in as well, and that's the most memorable part about this release. Last but not least, let's mention the vocals, and I must say that the vocalist sounds like a mix between the dude from Tool, Maynard, and the dude from Helmet, but he also adds his own identity into the mix. What's interesting about the vocals is that I love how his voice sounds, especially in the song Speed Freak, but what I don't enjoy is the vocal hooks and melodies he wrote for the songs, because in 50% of cases what he's singing does not fit the instrumental work. It's either too simple and laid back while the instrumental is like heavier and more bouncy, or he's just not in time with what the music is doing. That's just something I've noticed throughout the years as I've been listening to this release, and I cannot unhear it because in almost every song there's a part that just does not fit the music. Which saddens me because clearly the vocalist is very talented with his voice and he sounds fantastic. This is the best but also the worst thing about this release, because when the vocals hit, they hit, and when they miss, they truly miss. Now we can finally rate the individual songs. The album opens up with Flex, and I love that crunchy, heavy, groovy, metallic main guitar riff, great stuff. The verses and the chorus on the other hand are more laid back, and especially the vocals there just do not sit well with the music. But overall it's a good song, 7 out of 10. By Furious, this one has more energy, more punch to it. I love the guitar riffs, the drumming and the bass lines. The vocals, well, it depends on the segments. Some parts are sang beautiful, while others just do not match the intensity of the instrumental track, 8 out of 10. Last Time was a single with a music video. This is one of the more somber and positive sounding songs on the record. I do enjoy the chorus, but I feel like the verses should have had more of an impact, it should be heavier. It's just me, 7 out of 10. Savior, this is one of the highlights of this release. I love the nu metallic melody on the guitar in the background, the verses actually slap, same with the chorus, which is fantastic. The bridge section is juicy. Most of the vocals here are actually good, but some of them yet again do not sit well with the instrumental work, 9 out of 10. Weed Eater brings back the energy, it's intense, love the chorus here yet again. Some of the vocals just do not sit well with me, but the instrumental work is beautiful, 8 out of 10. Mad Bath is one of the weaker songs here. I do enjoy it, it's a good song, but yet again the vocals slightly ruin it in some parts. And some of the vocals are great, it's weird. 7 out of 10. Born Again is another song that could have been so much more, especially vocally, but it's good on its own. 7 out of 10. Speed Thief or Speed Freak, whatever, this was the first song I've heard from this band and it's the best thing they have ever done. Roadrunner Records might be the worst music label on this planet to not push this song. Imagine this being a single with a music video and it's being played on MTV Viva in 2000 and 2001. This would have been a hit. Anyone who says otherwise knows nothing about music and promotion. So the fact that this band suddenly got signed to Roadrunner was a curse because they never care about their bands. They only cared about you if you sold millions of copies on your own, and if you didn't, then goodbye. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Roadrunner even if lots of cool bands were on that label. Musically, it's a banger. Love the bridge, which is heavier, the main guitar riff. The chorus is superb and the vocals actually slap from beginning to the end. This is what I need from this vocalist, to every word match the song and its energy, and it does it here and it's wonderful. Speed freak, always cleaning your dentures, spending your last dollar, so you can stay up a little bit longer. All these years I've watched you grumble when you thought you were my hero. Dig your own hole. Dig your own hole. Speed freak, why are you wasting away now? I can see that in your eyes now, bleeding from the nose as you cry. It's so sad, no one's hearing your screaming. Struggling for salvation, ending up with no teeth, chewing on your regret. All these years I've watched you grumble while you thought you were my hero. Dig your own hole. Dig your own hole. And then the bridge happens with the cool guitar riff. Doom 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 doom. Helmet wishes they wrote this song. This is a masterpiece, one of the best songs from the year 2000-2001. 12 out of 10. Punching Bag on the other hand might be the heaviest track by Downer on this release actually. I love the main punchy guitar riff, the verses. It's fantastic musically, but vocally again it doesn't matches the energy at all. 8 out of 10. Ventilation is the second best song on this release. I love the guitar riffs, the melodies, the puncher, corny approach to the overall instrumental work. The vocals for the most part they work, especially in the chorus, but I just wish he would actually keep the words and the vocal lines and the melodies in check with the music. 9 out of 10. And the final song, Curbed. This one has a hidden track, which is some music in the background, weird thing. It's okay. The main song on the other hand is a fun time, but yet again some of the vocals do not sit well with the music. The chorus, for example, the first part is great, the second part of the chorus not so much vocally. Still a great song nonetheless. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, groupability. Yeah, this is a great record. Musically, it's a masterpiece for the most part. Lyrically, it's fabulous. Vocally, it's undercooked. They should have spent additional 1 or 3 months to perfect the lyrics to make them fit the music more and the vocal lines and the hooks. That's what bothers me in every song. In some part, it's not like the entire song vocally is bad, no, it's just like 20 to 30%. It's that one part that just annoys you. It sadly happens here in almost every song. Except Speed Thief, which you can actually find a lyric video for on my very channel because I've made it a couple of years ago. I recommend you checking this release out because it wasn't promoted well enough and because of that the band has split up. And in some alternate timeline those dudes are releasing their 11th record and are just touring with Helmet once more. That's at least what I believe in. Celebrate your say by spinning the record today, it deserves your attention. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe, follow me on my Instagram link in the description. Shout out to my Patreon supporters who guys who sponsor these videos, you are truly wonderful, you can join them if you want, link in the description as well, so I can make an album review, do MIDI cover, lyric video of your choice. See you next time, bye! Dig your